Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Software Inc. It's been about 2.5 years now since we last did a Let's Play here on the channel, and we did about 4 Let's Plays back in the day. I think as far back as like Alpha 7 or something like that. The game's now in Alpha 11, and just recently I've been watching a lot of my good buddy Conflict Nerd. He's been doing a brand new series in Alpha 11, and I'm like, man, this has really brought me right back. And in the last like week, I've played, I don't know, like 36 hours of this game. Honestly, I'm so excited to start a new series on this. And we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do a new game. I've played a bunch of different different ways already just to relearn the game. So I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna load up. I just created myself before. Look, it's me. It looks exactly like me. And I kind of went through everything and just did all that. I didn't want to go through it now because it's gonna take ages. So if you even remember this game from last time we played it, it's changed quite a bit. If you don't, basically, we are going to be starting a software company, you know, something like Microsoft or Apple. Well, I guess Apple kind of does hardware as well, but okay, mostly like Microsoft then. Company name, we're going to call it, no, we're not going to call it James Tanner. Maybe we'll call it Flabaliki Inc. There we go. Flabalink. No. Let's just keep it simple. That sounds dumb if we go Flabalink. All right, so then Flabaliki Inc. Now, this is my character. This is who we start off with, and essentially we're going to grow our company and hire employees and build a huge team and a huge corporation. But I get to choose my skills, what I'm good at, where my specialties are going to lie. I probably want to be a good leader. We can also skill up later on in the game, but I'm going to try and get leading, programming, and design sort of being my boost. Art and service doesn't matter too much. So service is things like customer support, marketing, legal work, as it says there. And then art is, you know, game arts and asset. Designer is like designing the applications and all that. So I think these 3 here are what we want, because eventually I'm going to want to be the leader. But to start off, I'm going to need to design and program stuff. So that's where we're going to start. And along with that, actually, let's go to difficulty hard, because I've been playing a lot of medium and I feel like I'm getting quite a lot of money. And honestly, I'm not really sure what changing to hard actually does, besides not giving us any money to start with. So we obviously have to take out a loan. So we'll have a loan to start off with, which is fine. And then I get to choose my sort of starting skills. And I think we're going to go essentially pretty even across the board here. I'm going to ignore audio, which is, I guess, maybe a risk, but I mean, 2 stars in both system programming, or system design and programming, and then 2 stars in 2D design, programming, and art. I think it's pretty good. And then we also get to choose our leader specialization. So now this has changed. So as we skill up through these, we get different abilities. So with HR, it's going to make more sense as we play through the game. So I'm just going to do what I want to do, and then maybe I'll explain it as we go, because I feel like bombarding it all now is just not going to help at all. So let's just ignore most of that, and we'll talk about it when we get into the game. Right, so to start off, we can basically rent a garage. We can rent an apartment, which is obviously going to cost more, so that's the cheapest one. We can rent a skyscraper. Oh, the James Center Media building's in here. For sale. Okay, well, I can't afford that, so let's not get that. Yeah, that's what I was playing before. I didn't know that stayed in there. That's kind of cool. Or we can get an empty plot and just build from scratch. I'm going to start in a garage because this didn't exist the last time we played the game. So this is kind of cool. So what happens now is, well, we've just started there, so I'm going to pause. So this is our little garage. We can actually rent additional space if we want. So we can like lease this room here. And that's it. I think we can only lease this space. So we can have a bit more room if we need it, but not a huge amount. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into build mode, because we're going to need to, let's make it daytime, because we're going to need to get somewhere for me to work. Now, my character is basically invincible. And by that, I mean, he doesn't have any needs. He will sit down at a computer all day. He doesn't need the room to be pretty. He doesn't need to go to the toilet. He doesn't need to eat. So this is literally all we need. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get can I put this in the center? Half grid size. No, I didn't want to do that actually. No. Okay, reset. Clicking the wrong thing. So this has changed as well. There's like a bunch of stuff that's changed. Can I? No, see, or maybe we can do it on the, oh, hang on. I just want the light to be in the middle. Oh yeah, here we go. If I do that, sweet. Yeah, okay. So we need some lights as well, otherwise the room will be dark. Oh, and so the other things I've added, which I discovered the hard way, was there's now burglars in the game, so they can come and steal all your stuff, and then you're out of luck. So that's why you need security cameras. I mean, to be honest, we probably don't need them now. They're quite expensive, but we'll get it anyway. Security cameras, and then also fires. I actually built a whole skyscraper in one of my playthroughs, and then half of my employees died in a fire because I didn't... Well, number one, I didn't even know that fires were a thing. And then number two, if you don't have fire alarms in a room, this one says, alerts everyone in the building if a fire starts in the same room. So basically, my people didn't know there was a fire. They got trapped in there and they all burnt. So it was kind of sad. And I also get a fire alarm in here. There you go. We're pretty safe now. We probably, like I said, we probably don't need all that stuff. Every time I've played this, I've not put this stuff in the starting room because it didn't really matter. But anyways, so that's our little starting room. It's pretty lame right now. Let's turn off the overhead lights because they're kind of in the way. We are gonna, so we got $7,900 left. We have a loan, which by the way was 13,000, but I guess the repayments are gonna total up to 50. Just because that's how, yeah, because it's gonna pay out over 50 months, $993 a month. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some development contracts to try and earn some money to pay back those. So we're gonna go basically get the one that pays the most. Let's accept 2 logistics applications. I think we can probably do that. We get an upfront payment, and then my guy's gonna show up. He's gonna come in. I guess he's gonna come in on the bus. Well, we're gonna wait for the. Oh wait, it actually might be tomorrow. Or is it today? No, here I am. Okay, there I am. Yay! Welcome to the office, buddy. I walk a little weird, but here. Oh, okay. And now he's gonna start coding. Okay, so he's gonna start working on those. Basically, now we just fast forward. I mean, we can sit here and watch him, but there's not much to see right now. But we have this beautiful little map. These new cars driving around. I mean, there's animals and deer out here. I mean, look at this. It's a cat. There's all this stuff like hanging out in the world now. There's like all these little things that have been added. Like, it's really cool. It's so unnecessary. Like, imagine this, you're just like looking out the window, there's just a deer right there. Like, even, I think this happens sometimes even if you're like in the city. I mean, we're in a town, I guess. Oh, look at all these cars. Sweet. There's a cat outside. Oh, there I am. There's a cat outside my office. Here we go. Yeah. Programming away. And then, wait, if I go here, can I see the cat from inside? Oh my God, the camera, sorry. Wait, what? Hello? Why have you zoomed in so far in? What were you expecting? There's nothing here. Go back to playing. Well, apparently there is something there. There's the cat as well. Anyway, all right, so what we got to do, I got to pay attention to what we're doing. Where am I? Hello? I'm lost. I got lost. Okay, so these, we're in the design phase. So we're designing them. As this bar fills up, that means the design is complete. If we want to raise the quality, we can do an iteration on the design. So basically it just goes over it again and sort of improves the quality, which I don't know that we need to do it because, yeah, the required quality is bad on these, I'm going to guess. Yeah, so we can probably promote those into the alpha phase. And then this blue line is basically as much coding as we need to do. We've got another month to do this, so don't worry because I've gone home and it's the next day already. So we can get past that blue line and then we promote those into beta where we start fixing bugs and we kind of just do as much as we can be bothered. That's probably fine. Inadequate quality. Okay, well maybe it wasn't. Well, it doesn't matter. They still pay you, so who cares? Anyway, we've got $28,000 now. We're going to do a couple more of these. Let's get another 2 logistics applications. Hopefully we can get the design done today. Actually, I'm going to go into manage teams. So I've got the core team, which is only me. I'm one person. And we are gonna make me stay a little bit later, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hopefully, just so we can get a little bit of extra time in the day to get these done. Ideally, well, okay, I guess it didn't reset till today. He still left early. Yeah, so we're gonna get these done. Well, they have to be done today, so hopefully there's no problem with these. Promote that one. I'm just letting them go a bit past, so hopefully we can get better quality than we had last time. Inadequate. Come on, man. I feel like we need to design them a little bit longer. Yeah. I mean, they want horrible quality contracts. What? Okay, actually, let's wait till tomorrow because the day's about to end, so we don't want to start a new contract just yet. If we start at the beginning of the day, that means we get 2 months to do it, essentially, so instead of just the 1. All right, so Car Corp logistics application and the Pit Stop Corp logistics application. Let's get these sweet applications rolling. We got a little picnic table at the back as well. Oh, actually, how's our computer going? 84% current state. Oh, actually, is this UI too small? Maybe I should make this bigger. How do I do that? I'm pretty sure you can. All right, the UI is bigger now. This is probably easier. I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be good to watch on mobile. I'm sorry for that, for those of you watching on mobile, but it should be now better to see at a larger size anyway. All right, so we've spent longer designing these two. And then hopefully now we can get these to a beautiful quality, an outstanding quality is what I want. Let's also spend longer coding them. Like, we're doing way more work than they want, so they better like this. We're gonna spend more time fixing the bugs. Outstanding quality. There you go. Beautiful. All right. So we got $66,000. We're basically going to go to the loan. Oh, hello. Now with my UI scaled, we get flicky lines. That's great. We're going to pay out this loan. We've got $54,000. We're going to pay that back. We're down to $11,000 now, but that should really be enough to get us through developing our first application. So the application development has changed as well. So what we're going to do, we start up the top left here. We're not going to develop an operating system because with default settings, it's going to take us 2 years. It's going to take way too long. So let's go through and see what default is going to be the quickest. We could do, basically, we can make some really crappy software. Audio tool is going to take too long, especially because I have no audio skill. About a year for a game. Office software is less than a year, and antivirus is less than a year. Let's have a look and see what's actually coming out. We can see, so there's a whole bunch of other companies that we're competing against. And we can see what they've got coming up. Well, actually, that's what's already been released. Sorry, we want to have a look at upcoming releases. So we can see the next releases coming out. We've got a console operating system, a 2D editor. So that's going to be something like, like Paint or Photoshop, any sort of image editor. That's that kind of thing. A game in November. December, got an antivirus, Office software. I'm wondering how and what we should go for. There's like a 2D editor there. Oh, there's like 3 of them here, though. Having that much competition is not really a good thing if we're trying to get some shovelware out. Like, we just want some garbage. We just want some garbage that we can get out quickly. We could start off with an antivirus, like a really crappy one. Okay, so let's talk through this in case you don't know what you're looking at. Basically, product name, I'll name it in a bit, I'm not sure yet. Price, and we got the category. There's no category for this, but in other stuff, for example, operating system, the category would be computer, console, and then later on you can do a phone operating system. So that's what that is. Then original IP is like, if this was, I don't know, the second version of what we're doing, we could have it tied into the same franchise. SCM is like when we have a server, we can sort of sync our code up with that, and it makes them program faster. All right, so what we want to do is have a look at all this kind of stuff in here. It looks like a lot to start off with, but you'll get the hang of it. You'll get the hang of it. So let's choose what we want in this application. So far, it's going to take less than a year. Really, the only things I'm going to look at right now is this bit here, less than a year, and this bit down here, expected interest. Right now, there's only a 3% interest, which means we're probably not going to get very many sales. So ideally, what we're trying to do is get that interest up as high as we can with keeping the ETA as low as possible, and also the recommended designers and programmers as low as possible too, because I'm one person. So this is like basically how long it's going to take for this amount of people. So we want to try and keep these numbers as low as possible while maximizing the interest. That's kind of what we're going to try and do. So that's going to take about a year already. So I think we're probably going to be spending a little bit of time on this, no matter what. So we get 46%, 51% there. And that doesn't seem to add too much time. What if we just did a password manager? It's just a password manager. You could do that, because if you just did that, that does jump up to 46%. What if we do password manager with file encryption? It's going to take about a year. That's kind of interesting, actually. I've not done this before. Like, it's clearly not like an antivirus at all, but I guess it technically is. It'd be nice if they had other categories here later on. 58%. I wonder if we can optimize that. Let's say this is going to be, what do we call Flabaliki Inc? This can be, I don't know, password manage. And that's such a lame name. It's going to be called the Vault. There we go. It's apparently what it's called. It's going to cost $55, man. Why would you need a password manager in 1980? I don't know, but people are going to buy it. There's 58% interest. It's fine. I'm actually going to jump over to the advanced mode here, because this gives us a few more options. Now, this is a new thing down here, framework. We can spend time. So if I click new, and actually still about a year, I might actually do that. Because what this does, if we have a read of it, you can spend some time developing time to create a framework, which you can use to speed up development for future projects in the same software category. So if we develop a framework this time, if we then come back and make a version 2, it'll be way quicker to do the same sort of stuff again, essentially. So we're going to call this Vault Framework. And you can also use existing ones that other people have made to license them if you want to make stuff quicker, which we might explore later. So we need to use a image editing tool to create stuff. So what we're going to do, we'll go by release date, whatever's the newest and actual good quality. Like, okay, that's great quality, image edit 5. How much is the license for this thing though? $934. I mean, it's actually one of the cheapest, so that's fine. All right, so we'll take that. And then we choose what systems we want this to run on. Basically, the ones that have the most users on it. We could do everything, but that does add to development time. So I think let's basically just start on bot 3. After we release this, we can always port it to other systems to get more sales if it's popular. If it's not, then we can forget about it. Now, this is where the advanced stuff comes in. We can optimize, if you look down here, the expected interest by adjusting how we market the product. I don't think we're going to get any more than 58%. That still seems like as high as we can get. But this is something we can do. This comes in handy later when you can get higher. I guess 58% is really all we can do. So that's going to be fine. So here we go. It's going to take approximately a year. It does recommend 2 designers, 4 programmers, and 1 artist. Which there's one of me, and I'm certainly not an artist. So that'll be interesting. License cost $934. Operating system seats. I don't even, what does that even mean? I don't know. Is that just how much it costs to develop on the operating system? I don't know. Expected interest 58%. Consumer reach 1 million. So we're going to go and actually we're going to get a publisher because we could develop it now, but we won't have any marketing done for us and we'll have to do that ourselves, which we can do later on when we have more money. But right now we don't have the money. So we're going to get the publisher to do marketing. So that means they'll take a royalty of 14%. And I'm going to get them to do printing because we have to produce copies of our software to sell, like physical copies. So we'll get them to do that. That means they take a cut, but it does take a lot of the load off of us. So we're going to start developing that now. We're going to show up. This should hopefully not show up, but it should hopefully not take too long. Now, the question is, yeah, heading for bankruptcy. We're actually not right now. The game just says that when you spend a lot of money and you don't have a lot, but that's just because we repaid the loan. So this is definitely taking a while, and I'm considering maybe we actually hire in a designer that can also program, and then we could use that person. Oh, hang on, I gotta reset the grid. I was like, why is this placing weird? Reset grid. Then we could also use this additional person to, help us develop. But it means we have to pay someone. No, that's not too. We don't need a sound barrier. And as soon as we start getting someone else in, they're gonna want other stuff too. So they're gonna want something to eat, well, someone to store food, and they're gonna want. Let's have a look here. So common. So they're gonna want someone to store food. We're not gonna get a vending machine. That seems a little overkill. But we can get a little mini fridge for them. Oh, I think it's in. Where is it? It's canteen here. Yeah. So we'll get a little mini fridge, and they can have a coffee machine too. 390. I think this is the loudest one though. Let's get one that's a little quieter. Just get instant coffee. Just because they also get really annoyed by sound. Oh, we can't reach the, what do we have up there? We have a camera. Okay. Which I do want, because if someone breaks in, we're going to have a bad time. Damn, I can't get there either. All right, fine. Let's move this over here. I didn't want it over here because it's of the sound, but I guess it will be now. All right, so that's going to be here, so we can still see when burglars come in. Okay, so they got a mini fridge. We got a little coffee machine. They got a computer. We can make this place look a little bit nicer too with some decorations. We get nice little pictures up there. Get a clock on the wall. How about a little plant as well? I love it. Oh, yeah, look at this place. What's the environment like in here? 179% environment. How about that? That is stunning. Okay, so we can also change the color, I think, in here. So let's go interior. We got a green at the moment. Should we go... Let's go... Well, I mean, it's not too bad. We could go blue, though. Oh, nice. We'll go pretty damn vibrant. In reality, that would be awful, but I think it always looks fun in the game. So it looks nice when you see it in game. I'll leave the floor white. Okay, so what we're going to do is, turn off the lights again, assign these 2 pieces of furniture to me. So I'm going to say assign furniture to selected employee. So that's always going to be my computer. That's where I work. And now we're going to also need to, do some contract work. Wow, that's really annoying that it does that flickering when we scale the UI. Hang on, maybe we can change that. If we go to, because that's 150, what if we did 140? So it's a little bit smaller, but maybe that number is a better number for it to like calculate stuff. I don't know. I don't know. What am I talking about? Let's make it, well, actually, no, let's get these tomorrow because, and we won't get an employee just yet. Let's build up a bit of money first before we just hire someone. So let's accept these 2. I'm actually going to pause the development of the vault. Just, we could keep it going and just up the priority here. So you can tell them to like work on these first, then this second. But I'm just going to pause it because that means it's, I don't know. I find it easier to follow it that way. So we're going to do these, taking longer than I would like them to take. I can tell you that much. These are not going to be outstanding. They might be okay, actually. We'll develop those. Oh, wow, the code goes real quick. We'll just do a lot of code. Well, the design might not be the best, but we'll do a bunch of code for these guys because I want them to be happy. Because the other thing is our reputation here. The higher this is, the better quality employees we get. And I mean, right now, at the beginning of the game, probably not as important. But later on, as we start growing our company and hiring a lot of people, we're going to want good quality employees. Satisfactory. You know what? That's fine by me. Let's do some more development or more designing of the vault today. And then we will, yeah, look at this little office. It's great, isn't it? And then we'll get some more contracts today. And then we can get someone in to help us out. We'll hire a designer cross-programmer. You can't specifically do that. Oh, we're going to need an IT person to come work on my computer because that's 63% efficiency right now. Oh, actually, so I left that on pause this time. I forgot about that. So I'm just going to up the priority of both of these to 10. And then that's 1. So it's like, do these first. We'll do more work on these for that. I think that's how it works. Means higher priority. I assume, is it a ratio of 10 to 1? I don't know. Let's develop those. So tomorrow we'll finish these off. We've got 27,000. It's pretty good. He's having a coffee. We could probably get a cleaner in here too, because you can see our floors are kind of gross. Let's promote these. Let me put the walls down too. What does that sound? Is that like a toilet flushing or something constantly? Oh yeah, we should probably finish these. Inadequate. Come on, man. Satisfactory. All right, well, whatever. So we got $43,000, which still isn't really enough to get an employee. We're gonna be skating by. But whatever. Let's do it. We're gonna get a designer. They're gonna be, wait, what do we need? 2D, I guess 2D designer would probably be the best. High salary. So this salary is per day. Which, well, every day in this game is like 1 month. That's what I've got it set as. So maybe not high salary. Medium, even that's a lot of money. The thing is, if we did 1 contract per month, we could pay for them. And then we could spend $5,000 looking for them. Let's get a little bit more money first before we hire someone, shall we? Let's go... Oh, game assets. I can't do those. Embedded system and the... logistics application. I feel like the logistics applications are pretty quick, although they're both going at the exact same speed. So what do I know? I guess they're exactly the same. Thanks, game. All right, so these ones are good because they don't require any like artwork, and my guy is not a good artist. If we have a look, actually, we go employee details. We can see my skill overall. So designer, I guess about 1/3. Same with program, about 1/3. Artist, really nothing. So I want to be keeping away from art wherever I can. Unfortunately, we're going to need to do art at some point. And so these are due this month, so we'll just work on these a little bit more. Our expenses every month are only 934. No, that's not true. Sorry, they're about 1,000 because we got 521 plus 934, so like 1,400 or so every month currently. So we're gonna, if it's just us, we'll be fine for quite a while. Let's finish those. Outstanding quality. So 61,000. Oh, and keep working on that. Now let's hire someone. Let's just do it. I think let's just dive in. Let's dive in the deep end. If it all goes horribly wrong, I mean, so be it. Medium salary, that might really be a bad idea. Let's do a low salary. Get someone cheap. Oh god, their skill is terrible though. It's almost like, what's the... Oh. That's... Okay, they have like 0 skill. Is this what makes this game hard? Okay, if this is hard mode, you got nothing. All right, let's not hire you guys. I'm wondering if we need to get our reputation up a bit, because then you can get better applicants. Oh, inventory broke. All right, we need maintenance. Let's call cleaning as well. No, we hired them. Whoops. Call maintenance, cleaning, and IT support, because we need all three of those things. There we go. Oh, I went on this computer, I guess because they were fixing my computer. Anyway, that's all good. All right, so in that case, we need to do more of these and better quality to get our reputation up, while also working on the vault. I might actually just pause while we do this. I don't know how good of an idea working on the vault is right now, because by the time we actually get it out there, it might not be worth it, because it might be too old. Like, when did we start this? June 1980. It's almost been a year and we haven't even finished one designing phase. So that's not great. Let's promote those. That's really, really not great. Let's keep doing those contracts. There we go. Let's just work on this. Maybe let's just push this out. Let's just work on this. Let's get this done. Let's not worry about hiring someone. I know I really wanted to. It's always cool to have someone there, but we're going to literally run out of money like way too quickly. And all our applicants look crap. And we need to get our reputation up. It's like a whole thing. So let's work on this. Okay, we're on iteration 2 of the vault. I'm actually just going to push it into development. I love going, because you can go up to 4 iterations on design. And I love doing that because it says each iteration positively impacts the potential quality and how quickly bugs appear. So pushing it into alpha now means we're gonna see the quality not be as good. Oh god, what's with the jitter with the UI? This is why the scale is kind of, maybe I had it on 120, but I think that's too small. Like, that's not good for a video. Maybe 130. It's not much bigger, but it's like, as long as it's not jittering all over the place. How's that? You have to let me know in the comments. All right, so yeah, we're going to be working on this. Other thing we can do is get reviews in the alpha phase. They cost a lot of money though, so we don't really... We'll use these sparingly. We might do we can do less reviews, obviously. But the fewer reviews that we do, so if we did 30 reviews, it costs 3,900. That does mean they end up being less accurate. And if we did 150 reviews, the accuracy, I think, is usually 100% of the reviews. So when you get those reviews, you know exactly the quality of your application. Whereas if you spend less money on it, you don't get as many reviews. You kind of get an idea, but it's not certain. So that's something we need to keep in mind. Now, I'm not a good artist, so I can't imagine that even when this art is done, it's going to be any good. But I guess we shall wait and see. I'm wondering... I tend to like to do a few reviews. Let's do a really cheap review. Only 15. It's going, well, really cheap. It's $2,000. Only 15 people are going to review it. So currently our score is 2.1 out of 10. The review accuracy, like I said, is only 10%. So even though they're rated at 2.1 out of 10, that might not be accurate at all. But that's fine. 2.1 is fine because it's basically rating on 44% of the code and 51% of the art. So that makes sense. But we can also do this. We can iterate. So pause alpha work to improve the design of your software and increase the potential quality of the product. So we're going to do that. So what he's going to do, he's going to come in, sit down, he's going to do some more designing. So instead of doing multiple iterations during our design phase, we can do it now, and it will sort of jump back a little bit in the code and the art, and then it'll redo it, and hopefully better this time. We're going to want to do another review soon, because basically the further this gets up, if we can't review it when it gets to 100%, I mean we can, but we can't iterate it because it's already done. So we're going to want to do, but maybe we should do a more expensive review. That's not really much point because I know it's going to be bad. I know it's going to be bad. Let's do it. The 60 reviews for $7,800. A lot of money, but I'm banking. Oh god, it's even worse. That's even worse. If this review accuracy is more accurate than the last one, and this is rated 1 out of 10. Oh no, this is going to be a big financial failure, isn't it? All right. So let's, well, I guess, okay. So I think what we've learned is that this program is going to suck. The vault is not going to be good. I mean, I guess, look, I can't say I'm surprised that in 1980, people don't, well, 1981 now, people don't need a password manager with file encryption. yeah, it's probably not really necessary, I guess, right? Hang on, we're getting better now. Let's do it. We still got $50,000, so I'm gonna do another review session, but with more this. We're gonna basically just keep upping it because we're getting nearer the end, so I want more. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is like literally the worst piece of software I've ever made in this game. No, that's not true. But since I've started replaying this, it's like the worst piece of software I've made so far. This is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be funny though. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we just release really... Because the thing is, you can actually make a profit in this game by releasing really bad pieces of software just really frequently. Like, if you do it quick enough, that you... Because obviously we have expenses while we're developing this, but if you did it so quick that your expenses are really low, then you could still end up turning a profit if it was priced right. You just got to try and move the units. I don't know, man. This is going to be rough, though. I reckon this is not going to be good. Should we do a full 150? Let's just do it. I mean, we might as well spend the money at this point. Why not? Let's just see what happens. It's a 2.5, 100% accuracy. The bugs are not great. The 2D art is terrible. My code is not the worst. It's not great. If we had a better design, I'm sure it would have been better if we iterated it more. But I think we got this, guys. I think I think that the vault is going to be an exciting appearance for Flabaliki Inc., the very first piece of software that we've ever produced. It's going to come out in 1982 by the looks of it, because we're not going to get it out in December, quite clearly. I mean, we could release it now, but that'd be really stupid. So this last little bit seems like it's taken a while as well. Like, we are really crawling on this last bit. I wonder if we can do... Because with teams, there's actually this new button here that says crunch time. It says crunch time forces all employees on a team to work a lot faster at the cost of satisfaction. But my guy doesn't care about satisfaction, so I wonder if I can just do that. And he just does it. Inventory broke. Oh, okay. Well, we need only 4 people to come now. Let's get maintenance, IT support, and cleaning. We'll just get everyone to come at the moment. It's expensive, but we kind of need all that stuff. Yeah, I think our camera broke. All right, so we're crunching in crunch time. Should we do one final review? I don't really have any money. Let's just do a tiny review of 15 people or 15 reviews. 4. Accuracy is 10 though. System code looks good. Okay, so we might have something on our hands. Let's iterate based on that though. We might have something like, probably at best, I'm gonna guess this is gonna be a bad quality piece of software. Oh no. Alright, code is 99%. Look, sometimes I would just promote it at 99%, but considering how bad this piece of software is, I want to get all the code done. It'll start flashing red if it needs... Oh no, it won't. I thought it would flash red if it was done, but no, he's sleeping, so it's done. Alright, so we're going to promote that to beta. We're going to start marketing it. We're going to announce a release date. Typically, I've done beta periods of like 4 months. So maybe we'll just sort of stick with that. We're in March now, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to July 1982. It's coming out in 4 months' time. Because there's 4 months to work on bugs. We're going to get a press release out there. Cool thing is, our publisher will do that. We don't have to worry about it. It's out there. We've got 26 people following it already. It's pretty exciting. We were mentioned in the newspaper in the Software Times. Flabaliki Inc. announces the Vault. Target demographic doesn't really know who Flabaliki Inc. is. Development on the Vault is underway and it looks decently feature-rich. The press release has some cool videos in it and has got our full attention. It's slated to release in July. Well, don't get too excited because I have a feeling that this is not going to be as good as you guys may think. All right, so it's April. So we got to keep an eye on the date here. Make sure we release this at the right time. Let's have a look at our finances. How are we doing on our chart? Okay, we made a bit of money and we've been trending down ever since. You know, we're working away on software. We're plugging away. We've got 57 bugs squashed. That's pretty exciting. I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense. I was gonna say it'd be cool if you could see how many bugs there were before fixing them, but I guess that doesn't make any sense because you don't know until you are in the beta phase and testing. Like, if you knew how many bugs there were, then what? Anyway, okay, never mind. But it'd be cool if I could, because you know, I don't really know how many bugs are in this, and we can keep it going. And eventually, I believe they do just stop, like, and there won't be any more. Now, this comes out next month, so let's release a press build. So the press build reflecting the current state of the vault has been sent to the press. That might have been a bad idea because I might see how bad it is. We do have 47 followers though, so that's pretty good. Let's do another press release. Now, if you do more, it says each press release will decrease the effect of the next one, so you should use it sparingly. But we're coming out next month anyway, so. But yeah, basically that means like later on, once we get our own marketing team, if we keep doing press releases every month, no one cares. Okay, that press build did not help us out at all. The target demographic doesn't really know who Flabaliki Inc. is. Haven't really heard anything about the vault. They need to try harder and boast its decent. Jesus, I can't read. They need to try harder and it boasts a decent feature set. You'll be able to try it in the near future. What are you talking about? That is the most BS beta review I've ever read. We have like 2 features. Anyway, it's July, so we can release it this month. But I'm going to sit on it until we get some more bugs out of it. Because the less bugs, the better. So we got $5,000 left. Let's just release this. Okay. So now we're working on support for it. It's 1:05 p.m. Let's also take a contract because I feel like we might have to go back to those anyway. Because we're going to need money somehow. Unless the vault sells incredibly well. Actually, let's have a look. We can see how well it is. Oh, the quality is mediocre. That's pretty cool. That's actually better than I thought. Because it goes horrible, bad, mediocre, good, great, outstanding, I think is the list. So it's obviously not good, but, you know, it's mediocre. Not as bad as I thought. All right. How much money did we make? $693. We sold 18 units. We got 18 active users. Yep, well. I mean, the marketing is unavoidable. Now, sometimes the first month can be slow, so I'm not gonna be disappointed yet. Sometimes the second month, it can really pick up. We don't know. I'm also just making sure that this is still going over here. Let's get that out of the way. But this is why we're doing contracts, because we needed money. Let's get another one. All right, so we've got 18 active users. We've got 8 verified bugs that we need to fix in that. Whoa, 16 users. Oh no. Yep, that's great. We lost $611,000 developing that piece of software. We had 9 refunds. We got 3,000 units in stock, which we only sold 21. It's unavoidable marketing. You know what? Oh, you know what we didn't check? What? Did we have any other Oh. That released in April. A good antivirus released in April. And we released like a few months after that. And we're mediocre. Yeah. I wonder, you know what? Hang on. We might be able to... hang on. Let me go here. Can we change the price? Change price. Let's make it way cheaper. Let's go like 15, but no, maybe not 15. Let's go 25. That might sell more. Oh crap, this is due this month. Hang on, I gotta pay attention to this. Let's develop that. Yeah, if we lower the price, I don't actually know if that affects sales in this game. Like, I don't know how that works. I've not really had to do that yet, but I've also not really played on hard mode, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So we'll see. All right, so we've lowered the price to $25. We sold none last month. No, we did make $35 somehow. Oh, did we sell like 2 or something, then we got some refunds? Okay, well, I guess that one is dead in the water. All right, well, let's make another piece of software. Let's make something else. We tried our hand in the antivirus game. Maybe let's try our hand in the 2D editor land. Here we go.